People of class, welcome to today's review of Black Cat, better known as Felicia Hardy. So this is gonna be kind of a shorter one because I don't really know too much about Black Cat. I just know that her and Spider-Man kind of had a thing going on at times, and of course I've never played this game, so I don't really want to say something that's going to be contrary to her game adaptation in comparison to the TV shows, the movies, and the comic book adaptations. So I'm just gonna review the toy as is. So first thing I have to say about this figure is that she can strike feminine poses, and that is one thing that I highly like in comparison to figures like Silk or Mania. The main reason why is because she actually has an ab crunch, a little bit more of a, let's say, a thicker female body in comparison to the slender ones, instead of her just pushing her chest up and down. I just don't like it. But as you can see here, I tried my best to get her into a pose, but the other thing that sucks is that her feet are very small, and trying to get the heel and the ball of her foot on the ground is pretty hard at times, just because of the way the ratchet ball joint and the ankle sits. So it's like you kind of have to fight with it. You have to bend the knees a bit, you have to back her up a bit. So she is a bit of a pain to honestly have stand up on her own feet. If you had to stand, I would highly recommend that, but if you don't, just mess with it a bit and you'll be fine. For what she comes with a fist that was on her, but I took it off for the purpose of this, and then a semi-open claw hand. On the right hand, she has a grabbing hand. She can hold whatever this artifact is, I do not know. And then on the other hand, a more splayed out hand. It offers a lot more range than some other hands do, but the other thing that sucks is I want to show you guys her just standing up straight, but she can't stand up straight, and it's annoying. So to get into articulation before we get into looks, or I'll get into looks as I go through the articulation, you get a very interesting ponytail, kind of ball joint. It's weird. So mine is very, oh wow, now I want to stay in. It used to be right when I got out of the box, it popped out in the box. So do you know that some of them aren't going to be in there that strong or that well, so I don't recommend gluing it. Just put a little bit of glue on the outside rim of it and then wait till it dries and then pop it in, you'll be good. Other than that, she does have glasses and a nicely detailed painted on face, but of course mine also straight out the box has some scratches on the left side of the goggles, so it kind of sucks, but whatever. The ball joint on it goes down very nicely. One thing I like with all Spider-Man figures, as I say, is that their ability to look down and look up is why they are some of my favorite action figures. Of course, it does leave that nasty gap if you don't like it, but it's just fine with me. Again, with the nice face detail and paint, she has amazingly colored lips, eyes under the glasses that I think you can remove, but it's more attached to the hairpiece, so just be careful with that. She has no secondary neck joint. She just stiff necked like all the other figures. Shoulder can go up really well. No, there is no butterfly joint. It just is what it is. Going around, not a problem. It is on slight ratchets, so it can hold its own weight pretty dang well. The bicep joint is tight on its own. It's not running into any sculpting from what I can feel, so it is pretty nice. The double jointed elbows, again, very nice. No real tension there. It is tight in ways it should be, and I really do like how with the painting on it, it doesn't break it up or make it look nasty as some other things do, and I know some people are gonna have problems with it, but oh well. The little tassels on her arm, they are straight molded plastic, so there is no fur to it. I mean, I could easily see how you just cut that off and add in your own, but if you don't want to, like me, I get you. And then with the hands, they do all come with some amazing detail. If you like it, I recommend it, but of course I got her because she is my first Black Cat, and the other ones I don't like. Again, I say now, Mania and Silk are the only females I'm gonna get because I want this kind of rotation. And the best part about her, other than of course with the amazing detail going on and on as you move her, that is a tight ratchet. Very tight and good feeling ratchet. So going up and down as well, I mean, you heard that pop, you heard that squeeze, stunning. Going back, just like Miles Morales, amazing back. She can do some amazing poses, has amazing range. And this one, it's like, of course I'm not gonna do, some people, they go crazy with the swivel, but this feels like it's going to last a long time, almost like this Space Knight Venom I'm going to be reviewing soon. So delays going up, they can do just a tad under 90, just a tad. Going out, she can't do splits unfortunately, but I'm okay with it. I managed. Going back, she can't because of her butt. The thigh swivel is amazing. It is tight. It feels like there's also a ratchet in here, which this toy is making me realize, why do they add ratchets in places that they don't need, like there and there? But then when it comes to figures like Venom, there are no ratchets in the important joints. There are no ratchets really in the knees. There are no ratchets in the elbows. There's barely any. I mean, it's a thick joint in the thigh, but it's like, why did you prioritize putting ratchets in here instead of the biggest figure that I have, or the biggest figure in this line? I don't get it, and I'm kind of a little worried, to be honest, about what the other lines are going to be down the line, but you know, I still buy them, so I guess it's on me at that point. The leg, amazing. It is a little bit loose. It's not the end of the world. Again, if I put joint tight in there, it would solve that problem real quick. But then the biggest thing I have an issue with is the foot. Unfortunately, as you can see, it is tiny. It is almost the size of her foot, or the actual places where she lands is the size of the palm of the hand. So you do really, I mean, really have to work with it, especially where the ratchet parts are. It's like you really have to play, you have to adjust, so there's a lot of work you have to do in order to get her standing on her own feet. Not to say that she can't, just that you have to put effort into it. And even with the freaking ankle rotation, there are ratchets. Everything on her is ratchet, so she can hold her own weight, she can do her own stuff, but you have to be willing to take the good with the bad of this figure. I love her, to be honest. This is the only black cat I'm ever gonna get unless they make a better one, which that's not gonna be until another Spider-Man game, another Spider-Man movie, another, you know. But here's what the artifact looks like. It has a wonderful yellow-orange see-through piece on the inside, amazing face sculpting on the silver heads. And of course, with the hands, they are quite stunning. The paint, of course, on this is just like the Miles Morales and the other figures that I have reviewed. I mean, white on black is very hard to do, especially after one coat. So you do get some of those, you know, iffy spots. But because as I always say, since it's mass produced, I'm fine with it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I do have a special review coming up next of some toys I'm actually going to sell, so I hope you look forward to that. Anyway, see you next time. God bless. Peace.